Hello everybody, my name is Neil and I'm the founder of my website, which is IELTSWheel.com. And today we will be analyzing an informal letter taken from Cambridge Book 15. Now let's read and analyze this task in detail. A friend of yours is thinking of going on a camping holiday for the first time this summer. He or she has asked for your advice. Write a letter to your friend. In your letter, explain why you think your friend should enjoy a camping holiday. Describe some possible disadvantages. Say whether you would like to go camping with your friend this summer. So we've got three major aspects that we need to address, okay? So first of all, it's important to make a plan. So for example, in my case, I decided to provide two reasons as to why I believe my friend should go on this trip. I might mention the fact that my friend is an adrenaline seeker, somebody who really likes adrenaline, and he can jump off a plane. But then at the same time, I can describe a possible disadvantage. I might say that his parachute might not open. Okay, then I can mention the second fact, which is he can go snowboarding. And then the examiner wants me to focus on one possible disadvantage, and I might say that there isn't much snow, and that's the problem. Okay, next, say whether you would like to go camping with your friend this summer. My answer is yes, I'm ready. Okay, and I'm going to take a 3-week holiday, and I will take some items with me. Okay, that's it. So we've got a plan. We understand that it's an informal letter, okay? An informal letter. Why? Because we are writing a letter to our friend, and therefore we can use contractions here. Contractions here means that you can use don't instead of do not, okay? Doesn't, isn't, okay, also I'm, and so forth. So you can use contractions when you write an informal letter. Also, you might use some let's say spoken English, all right, sort of like a spoken English. So the language which you normally use when speaking with people, meaning that you shouldn't sound very formal. You can have a very friendly chat, okay? Probably let's just say a friendly chat in a friendly manner. So that's what we need to remember, and that's what the examiner wants us to include in our letter. So we don't want to sound very, very formal. Okay, now, how can we do it? First of all, we should say hello. Okay, so in my case, I would just write, hey, let's say Josh. Okay, hey Josh. Remember, hey means hello, and then when you say Josh or John, then it's very important to put a comma here. Next, I might write something like, it's been ages since we last caught up. Man. Okay, so it's been ages. That basically means it has been ages. And the whole phrase means that I haven't seen you for a long time since we last caught up. So you catch up with friends. That means you meet up with them. You spend a great time together. So catch, caught. Okay, man here means friend, my friend. Okay. So again, as you can see, I'm using a very informal style here. Now, let's move on. I might also write something like, I hope you've been keeping cool. So I hope you've been keeping cool. Okay, the expression you've been keeping cool means you have been doing well. Okay, and I'm using the present perfect continuous here to indicate that he has been keeping well for a long time since we last caught up. For example, we caught up last summer, and he has been keeping cool since last summer. Okay, now I should also mention the fact that he's going on a camping holiday for the first time this summer. So I need to indicate this fact. So what can I do? Something like, it's awesome that you've decided to go on a camping holiday, and then I need to indicate a specific place, for example in Queenstown, New Zealand. Okay. All right, so it's awesome, which means it's great, it's wonderful that you've decided, the present perfect, you have already decided. So we're talking about the ultimate result, to go on a camping holiday where in Queenstown, New Zealand. Okay, now I need to make a kind of like a plan. All right, so in order just to make a link between this paragraph and the next paragraph, I can write something like, I've got some tips and thoughts. Some tips and thoughts for your travel. Okay, so again, I'm using a contraction here. Some tips, which means advice, and thoughts, which means ideas for your travel. And here in the next paragraph, I'll be talking about my ideas. Okay, and that's how I'm creating a strong link between this paragraph and the next paragraph. That's it. Now I need to focus on the first reason, and I have to explain why he should go on this trip. I should mention the fact that he's an adrenaline seeker, and then he might like jumping off a plane. So now how can I do that? Because you are an adrenaline seeker, and then I can also provide my personal opinion, so which is not surprising. I can use a contraction here, which isn't surprising to me, and then spending a couple of days in the city, or even in this city, would be totally cool. Okay, so I'm talking about the reason and then action. So because you are an adrenaline seeker, which isn't surprising to me, spending a couple of days in this city, we know what kind of city we're talking about, Queenstown, New Zealand, would be, not will be, but would be, because he hasn't decided yet. So I'm using a conditional sentence here. So would be totally cool, which means awesome, great. Okay, so this is my topic sentence, and the keywords are an adrenaline seeker, and then I will mention the first reason. Okay, I will talk about the first one and the second one, but both of these points are related to being an adrenaline seeker. Also, one more thing, when you want to give extra information, okay, make sure to use two commas here. So which isn't surprising to me. Okay, it's a non-defining relative clause. So because you can remove this part, right? And you can just write something like, because you are an adrenaline seeker, spending a couple of days in the city would be totally cool. Okay, but I want to provide some extra information, and therefore we need to have two commas here. Okay, cool. Let's move on. Now I can just mention the first reason here, jumping off a plane. Now how can I do that? Let me show you. Okay. first off, you might consider jumping off a plane with a parachute at a great height. Okay, so as we are writing an informal letter, you don't want to write firstly. Okay, you can just write first off. It sounds very, very colloquial. So first off, you might consider, after consider, use ing. Okay, consider jumping off a plane. Remember, you don't want to say from a plane, but off a plane. So you jump off a plane. You jump off a bridge with a parachute at a great height. Okay. And as I told you, it's important to focus on a possible disadvantage, a possible problem here. So I might write something like the only possible, and probably I can just mention even two factors here. The two possible problems are that your parachute okay, might not open, or you can get frozen at such a great height. Okay, so the only possible problems are that your parachute might not open, so this is the first problem, or that you can get frozen at such a great height. Of course, I'm joking here, right? Because I'm writing a letter to my friend. Okay, but still, I'm writing this just to have this great letter, very, very informal. Okay, and then I can also write something like this: relax, mate. Relax, mate. In this case, mate means my friend. Okay, as you can see that this sentence is very short, but it's possible to use such sentences in your informal letters. And I can also write something like I'm pulling your leg. I'm pulling your leg. The expression I'm pulling your leg means I'm joking, I'm having you on. Okay, it's unlikely to happen. It's unlikely to happen. It's unlikely to means it will probably not happen. Okay. Next, now I need to focus on the second activity that he might consider doing, so which is going snowboarding. And I can mention this. Okay, I can just write something like likewise you can go snowboarding and then doing the crazy flips you've always enjoyed. Okay, so likewise basically means similarly. So we have discussed the first aspect. Now we're talking about the second aspect, which is similar to the previous one, so therefore we can use likewise. It's a very good linking device. And make sure to use a comma here so you can go snowboarding, doing the crazy flips that you've always enjoyed. So basically, probably you've seen this when you do a flip. That means that you begin to, I don't know, probably turn upside down, or you just make some circles or whatever. You perform some tricks. Okay, so and then I want to talk about the problem, not much snow. Okay, so something like the problem though, okay, though is that there isn't a lot of snow this season, which is annoying. Okay. So the problem though, in this case, though means however. Okay, and when you use the word though in the middle of the sentence, it's important to use 2 commas before and after the word though. So the problem though is that there isn't a lot of snow this season, and then here I want to give some extra comments, my personal opinion, and therefore we need to use a comma here, so which is annoying, which is really bad, which is not good. Okay, that's it. Now we need to focus on the next aspect. So whether you would like to go camping with your friend this summer. The answer is yes. Okay, a 3-week holiday, and then I'll take some items with me. Okay, now how can we write this paragraph? I'm keen to join you. And that's why I've taken a 3-week holiday to have tons of fun with you. So I'm keen to join you here means I want to, I would like to join you, comma, and that's why. Okay, so if it's a formal letter, you need to write and therefore, but if it's informal, and that's why I've taken a 3-week holiday. So remember, we're using an adjective here, a 3-week, not 3 weeks, a 3-week holiday. Why? To have tons of fun with you. Tons means heaps, lots of fun with you. It's a very colloquial phrase, but which is really, really cool, and the examiner will definitely like it because it's an informal letter. Okay, next one. I'm going to grab a tent, yummy food, drinks, and board games for this trip. Okay, so I'm going to grab, in this case, to grab means to take, a tent, yummy food, yummy, that means delicious, but it's colloquial. Okay, drinks and board games. Board games means chess, checkers, and so forth for this trip. Okay, and then I can mention something like last time you smashed me playing chess. Remember? Okay, you smashed me. Okay, to smash somebody means to beat somebody, to be a better player than somebody else. Okay, remember. So okay, so again, it's a colloquial one. So remember, instead of saying do you remember, just remember. Next, and then my last sentence is, okay, not probably the last one. So Yeah, looking forward to, oh, let's just move on. Let's just continue right here. So looking forward to playing and beating you this time. Okay, so looking forward to basically means I look forward to, but if it's an informal letter, you can drop a personal pronoun I, okay, and you can just write looking forward to, which means I'm waiting, okay, I'm awaiting eagerly. And then to plus ing, remember, playing and beating, which means I want to be a winner. I want to be a better player than you are this time. Okay, and then I can finish my letter by writing something like, let the good times roll. The expression let the good times roll means let's have a great time. Let's enjoy every single moment. Okay, and then cheers, Bill, for example, okay? Or let's just say Neil, okay, in my case. So cheers, Neil. Okay, here we go. As you can see, we have been able to write a great letter, okay? You've learned how to make a plan and how to follow this plan. And then you've learned that it's important to use contractions in your informal letter. And it's important just to use sort of like a spoken English, sort of like a colloquial phrases, just to have a friendly chat. Okay, that's exactly what the examiner expects you to do when you write a letter to your friend, your relative, and so forth. Okay, if you want to improve your speaking or writing skills, you can use speaking and writing correction services. You can also purchase advanced video courses to prepare for the IELTS exam, and you can also take private lessons with me. Thank you very much for watching and analyzing this video lesson. Good luck.